Rożko here from veggierasta.com, and today I have a very special video for you where I'm going to talk a little bit more about health benefits of maca root. Maca is the cruciferous vegetable that basically grows on high altitudes in Peru. And because it grows in such difficult conditions, it actually had to adjust and adapt to be able to grow there. It is a very amazing plant that comes into the category of the adaptogenic plants. Now, what does it mean that it is the adaptogenic vegetable, adaptogenic plant? It means that simply when we consume it on the regular basis, it adapts its function and adjusts its function depending on what is happening in our body, and helps us to adjust to all those, internal, external stressors and adapt to the difficult situations, helps us simply deal with stress that we are, all of us, we are under influence every single day. It is really a nutritional powerhouse, rich in vitamin B, B1, B2, B3, which is niacin, vitamin B6. It is very rich in magnesium, calcium, potassium, and I could really go on and go on. What is really important to remember, especially for all my plant-based vegan friends, it is extremely high source of iron that is easily absorbed by the body. So I always recommend having it every single day. However, because it works on the hormonal system, it also improves the libido and the sexual functions. So you may feel that after some time you just simply need to stop because you just cannot you simply think about having sex all the time, for instance. Basically, because it works on the hormonal system on such a great scale, if after the long-term and regular use, you will notice that your energy levels will improve, that your memory function improves, also that the brain fog that possibly was there and you kind of didn't really feel like performing on that at your best level is actually gone. Your skin tone improves. It has amazing health benefits for the bones and joints and hair growth, and I could really go on and go on. It is really good to incorporate it in your daily diet and have it on the daily or a few times a week in your meals. Now, the company that I use, the Plant Burst, I have the powder here, and basically I like to reuse powders because they are very, oh, that smells amazing, very versatile. And as the herbalist, of course, maca can come, in different forms. For instance, as the extract in the alcohol, which we call tincture. But it's very easy to actually use the powders in your daily cooking and food preparations. So today I have a very nice recipe for you for the maca energy bars, which we are in a second we are going to prepare together. But apart from incorporating it in things like energy bars or energy balls, it is really tasty. So actually you can simply sprinkle it over your porridge, over your smoothie, or add to your smoothies. you can mix it with a little bit of maple syrup and add to, you know, warm plant-based milk, which is amazing to have, you know, during the winter time when it's cold and you really feel, suddenly you simply feel very, you know, cozy, but at the same time, you know, full of energy. And basically, especially for students, it's amazing if you need to study and you kind of cannot get yourself to do it. It's a great way to boost your mental clarity and that, you know, the energy levels. I will be having more recipes where you can incorporate maca also in cooking. For instance, parsnip and maca soup is absolutely delicious, and it's again one of the, we can say, winter recipes. So today, I will be recording it a bit later in the year, and because, as you know, I am the big advocate of the seasonal eating. So today we are going to prepare something for the, you know, to have every day as the energy bar, and for that purpose we will be using some very simple ingredients, and I believe that you know, you definitely have most of them you know, in your cupboard. So basically the base is really the 1 cup of almonds that we are going to process until we have like very tiny pieces in the food processor. And then we will be mixing it with the half a cup of sunflower seeds, half a cup of pumpkin seeds. Of course, if you just have pumpkin, just, you know, use a full cup. Don't stress about not having all the ingredients. Chia seeds are actually quite important. I like to use them because of the very high fiber content, and basically they kind of, you know, helps us to actually move things through our gut. But at the same time, I'm going to use half a cup of ground flaxseed, which is also really important, and it is amazing source of omega-3 that we should be consuming on the daily basis. And then the sweet ingredients, we have quarter of cup of maple syrup, quarter of cup of melted warm coconut oil, quarter of cup of almond butter, but use any nut butter you want, simply. So don't stress if you only have pumpkin, and really feel free to experiment with different ingredients and create something different every single time. You can also, if you feel like it, you can add some raisins or goji berries. The choice is really yours, and of course we will be adding maca towards the end. So let's start, and what we are going to do first. We are going to process the almonds until we have very tiny pieces. So we are going to do first, and then we will mix the rest, and I will show you how to do it. So now we have our almond ready. That is pretty much what you should be aiming for. So it's not, you know, it's not too tiny. We still have some chunks, but at the same time, part of the almonds actually got ground, and we have the almond, we have the consistency like the almond meal, almond flour. So I'm going to transfer it into the bowl. This is really quick recipe as well, and it's good to have those energy bars always in your fridge, you know, to have, you know, to have whenever you feel like you want to have snack on something sweet. and energetic and healthy. So we have the almonds here, and literally what we are going to do, I'm going to add all the other ingredients. So sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and flax meal. And I'm going to mix it first before I add the wet ingredients. So just ensure that it's combined, you know, properly. Okay, should be fine. So what we are going to do now is I will add the coconut oil. That basically the purpose of adding the coconut oil is really and truly to get the entire thing to solidify in the fridge. And the maple syrup or the agave syrup or the date syrup, whatever you feel that you want. And finally the almond butter. And now we need to ensure that all the ingredients are combined properly. It will take a while, and at points it may seem a bit dry, but just carry on mixing. There is enough of the coconut oil and all the liquid ingredients to get it combined. So just carry on mixing, and then we will spread it over the parchment paper or on the flat surface, and we will have to transfer it into the fridge to solidify. Right, so this is the consistency that you should be aiming for. So all the ingredients should be nicely combined together. And at the end, we are going to add maca, and we are going to be actually quite generous with it. So we are going to add 3 tablespoons. And now we will combine it again to ensure that everything is mixed. And now once you mix it well, we can transfer it on the flat surface. That's important. On the parchment paper. I don't have the parchment paper, so I'm going to use the cling film. But that's okay. That is just the method of actually pressing it gently that it's important to ensure that it solidifies in the fridge. So what we're gonna do, this is my preparation. So ensure that the surface is flat. So on the board, do it on the board or somewhere. Perfect. And now what we are going to do, we are going to take it bit by bit and place it here on the cling film. Don't be afraid to, if it's, falling apart. That's because, we are using dry ingredients, and that's why we actually used the coconut oil to help it to solidify. So we are moving it all. You can make it as thick as you want. It's up to you. And of course, as you put your mix on the cling film, shape it at the same time. I literally can't wait until it's ready. It does take, depending on the thickness, it does take around 1 hour in the fridge. You can also make them in the shape of energy balls if you like, and also, you know, place in the fridge to get solid. Okay, perfect. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the other end of the cling film, place it on the top of the, you know, our energy bars mixture, and with your hands, literally, press it gently to shape it and help it to solidify. And this is now ready to get transferred to the fridge. We're going to check it after around 45 minutes. As I said, depending on the thickness, it's usually ready after 1 hour. But we see how it goes, and then I will show you the end effect. See you later.